A very good evening to you. My name is Jack O'Brien, and I'd be glad of your company for the next hour. You might even find inspiration to sing along in your heart with some of the great voices, as I do. The old-time ballads, simple and melodic though they were, needed a voice of appealing timbre and charm. And Richard Crooks had the necessary warmth and that nice heady quality which gave him worldwide appeal amongst concertgoers and listeners to the radio alike. He recorded many of Stephen Foster's songs, but before doing so, he was determined to trace the original manuscripts, and when he eventually found them, he studied the composer's every notation before making these recordings. Here's one of them, Come Where My Love Lies Dreaming by Stephen Foster.
Dreaming the happy hours away, in visions bright redeeming the fleeting joys of day. Dreaming the happy hours, dreaming the happy hours away. Dreaming, her beauty beaming. Come where my love lies dreaming, is sweetly dreaming the happy hours away. Come with a look, come with a light, my own love is sweetly dreaming, her beauty beaming. Come where my love lies dreaming, is sweetly dreaming the happy hours away. Soft is her slumber, thoughts bright and free dance through her dreams like gushing melody. Light is her young heart, light may it be. Come where my love lies dreaming, dreaming the happy hours, dreaming the happy hours away. Come where my love lies dreaming, is sweetly dreaming the happy hours away. Dreaming the happy
I was absolutely transported into another world there as Richard Crooks sang Come Where My Love Lies Dreaming by Stephen Foster. That was Frank LaForge on the piano, and those were the balladeers in accompaniment. And I've chosen a great song to capture that feeling. The one that goes, Sweetheart, 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 will you love me ever? And I've chosen one of my favourite baritones of the moment. Now, I call Thomas Hampson a 3-in-1 singer. By that I mean he can sing anything. Anything from Samuel Barber songs through opera, through ballads. And here he is, singing Will You Remember by Sigmund Rongberg.
love you in life's gray December, the same as I love you today. My heart ever young will remember the thrill it knew that day in May. Sweetheart, 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 will you love me ever? Will you remember this day when we were happy in May, my dearest one? Sweetheart, 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 though our paths may sever, to life's last faint ember, will you remember? Springtime, love time, May.
Well, that was Thomas Hampson, a matchless voice. Isn't he gorgeous? Well, the next song I'm going to play you, I first heard it sung by my brother, a boy soprano, and then later on I heard it sung by a sister of mine, and it's ingrained in my mind, and I always think of it at Christmas time. And I've chosen our own Margaret Burke Sheridan, the Toast of Milan, to sing it for you. A great communicator and a wonderful singer, a very, very warm person and a warm voice. And here she is singing, I Dreamt I Dwelt in Marble Halls.
I dreamt that I dwelt in marble halls, with vases and serfs at my side, and the all who assembled within those walls, that I was the hope and the pride. I had riches so great, so heart could boast, of a high ancestral name. But I also dreamt, which pleased me most, that you loved me still the same, that you loved me, you loved me still the same, that you loved me, you loved me still the same. I dreamt
Margaret Burke Sheridan singing I Dreamt I Dwelt in Marble Halls. Very distinctive and very, very moving. But while I was listening to that, I remember a story that a friend of mine told me when he invited Margaret Burke Sheridan out to his old mother's home in Bray. And it was a Sunday afternoon, and they took out all the delf and all the finery, and they placed this tablecloth with a peacock motif on the table. Now, everything was laid on, and the diva arrived in all her glory. She walked into the dining room, took a look at the tablecloth, and left immediately. It was an unlucky emblem for her, by all accounts. She suffered greatly from pishogues all through her life. There was another occasion when she used to go with Toti Del Monte to a soothsayer outside of Milan, and if ever there was bad news, the performance would be cancelled. Anyway, I've chosen a tenor as bright as any Christmas star. He lifts my heart each time he sings, and it was a terrible tragedy that he died so young. I've chosen Fitzwunderlich here to sing Come in the Gondel, so let's spend a lovely exotic few minutes with him, gliding along a canal in Venice as he sings to us the song written by Strauss.
Komm in die Gondel, mein Lieben, o steigen nur ein, allzu lang schon kann ich trauern, so ganz allein. Allein, 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 alle
like the way he created the atmosphere there in the old gondola with that brilliant voice. You know, he had that thing the Viennese called schwung. He was able to swing into the waltz time there. It was lovely. I loved him singing. Now, you all know that I'm crazy about the voice of Rosa Ponselle. Really beautiful voice. The loveliest voice of all, I think. And she sang opposite Caruso a lot. In fact, she was the only American singer who ever made a debut with Caruso. And she was so impressed with his singing and the songs he sang that she took herself off and recorded some of the songs herself. And the song I've chosen here is normally sung by tenors. It's a gentle love song that goes, Si cammana sciorrillo, tu tiene la vuchella un poco pocarillo a pasugliatella. Except on this occasion, it's sung by a female, Rosa Ponselle. A vuchella by Tosti, words by the famous Italian poet D'Annunzio. A lover tells his sweetheart that her little mouth is like a tiny flower, just a little passionate, and he asks her for a little kiss. Very caressing version of Avuchella, sung by Rosa Ponselle. And as I've said before, there are voices and voices. And the good fairy was very kind to Rosa Ponselle. We continue with a song from poet, songwriter and entertainer Percy French, a travelling performer who sang his own songs, and quite often he wrote both words and music and accompanied himself on banjo. One of his many successes was a lovely song called Gert na Mona.
Long, long ago, in the woods of Gurtnamona, I thought the birds were singing in the blackthorn tree. But oh, it was my heart that was singing, 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 with the joy that you were bringing, oh, my love, to me. Long, long ago, in the woods of Gurtnamona, I thought the wind was sighing round the blackthorn tree. But oh, it was the banshee that was crying, crying, crying. And I knew my love was dying far across the sea. Now if you go through the woods of Gurtnamona, you'll hear the raindrops creeping through the blackthorn tree. But oh, it is the tears that I am weeping, 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 for the loved one that is sleeping far away from me. Long, long ago, in the woods of Gurtnamona, I thought the birds were singing in the blackthorn tree. But oh, it was my heart that was singing, 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 with the joy that you were bringing, oh, my love, to me.
A truly moving performance of Gurtnamona, sung by Brendan O'Dowda. It was composed by multi-talented Percy French.
Now here's a tenor rarely heard nowadays. The American lyric tenor Charles Coleman, another one of those star pupils from the Juilliard School of Music who sang successfully throughout the opera houses of the world in the 30s and 40s. He made his debut at the Met in 1935 in Faust, and 2,000 residents of his native city of New Haven went to this premiere on special trains marked the Charles Coleman Express. And here he is to sing that grand old song, The World Is Mine Tonight.
Shines above in the view. The song of heart's delight. The world is mine, and every flower that blossoms anew. You're mine, and mine alone. To lips that speak of love night of love, night of love in a world of our own. Dream of love, though I find you gone with the dawn, you're mine until the stars have flown. The world is mine tonight, and mine each silver star that shines above in the blue. This hour of heart's delight, the world is mine, and every flower that blossoms anew. You're mine, and mine alone, the lips that speak of love, and the eyes that are bright. So in my heart I know this world divine is mine tonight.
A romantic, charming sound, lyrical and unforced, from Charles Coleman, the American tenor from the interwar years, as he sang "The World Is Mine Tonight." I am man of the soil. I come from the people, and what gifts I am fortunate enough to possess, I want to give back to the people. Those were the words of Peter Dawson, the singing plumber from Adelaide, who was another idol of the ballad-loving public, and who gave freely of his voice to entertain vast audiences down the years. I've chosen a great old number here for you. It's "I'll Walk Beside You."
I'll walk beside you through the world today, while dreams and songs and flowers bless your way. I'll look into your eyes and hold your hand. I'll walk beside you through the golden land. I'll walk beside you through the world tonight, beneath the starry skies ablaze with light, and in your heart love's tender words I'll hide. I'll walk beside you through the eventide. I'll walk beside you through the passing years, through days of cloud and sunshine, joy and tears. And when the great cold comes, the sunset gleams, I'll walk beside you to the land of dreams.
Peter Dawson singing I'll Walk Beside You. He was accompanied there on the piano by Hubert Greenslade, and that recording was made in April of 1939. John D. Rose wrote Dawson's biography, and this is what he said. He travelled the road of life and enriched it with song. Somebody else who enriched the road of life with song was the soprano Amelita Galli-Curci, who, when she made her debut in 1924 at Chicago Opera, was heard by the celebrated American soprano Geraldine Farrar. She was in the audience that night, and she said, "She is nearly as perfect as is humanly possible." The Victor Record Company had signed her up before her American debut, and by now her recordings had become bestsellers. Between January and June of the first year, would you believe, she sold 400,000 copies, and her royalties alone during that period were more than the annual salary of the President of the United States. And I've chosen her to sing a lovely song here, Love's Old Sweet Song, or as is also known, just the Song of Twilight. This was written by James Lynham Malloy, who was born in Offaly in 1837. He actually was called to the bar at Middle Temple in London, but he had no interest in the law, never practiced. But he had most interest in songwriting, which he did when he wrote Bantry Bay, The Kerry Dances, and this one which I'm about to play you, he gets little credit for it. This is a lovely bit of singing by Amelita Galli-Curci, and it's called, if you like, Just a Song at Twilight. Lovely soft notes, warm and smooth. Amelita Galli-Curci singing Just a Song at Twilight by the composer James Lynham Malloy. There's always deep nostalgia in the songs of Italy, as far as I'm concerned. The themes are invariably yearning for home or the helplessness of their loves. There's romantic sadness and joy in the music, as you'll soon hear. I've chosen a song full of sighs, sung by Giuseppe Di Stefano in silk, soft tones. It's called Parlami d'amore, Mariù. Love's last word is spoken, chérie. You know the one? Speak to me of love, Mariù. Reassure me that your shining eyes are shining only for me.
Come sei bella, più bella stasera, Mariù. Splende un sorriso di stella negli occhi tuoi blu. Anche se avverso il destino domani sarà. Oggi ti sono vicino perché sospirar, sì perché parlami d'amore, Mariù. Tutta la mia vita sei tu. Gli occhi tuoi belli brillano, fiamme di sogno scintillano. Dimmi che illusione non è, dimmi che sei tutta per me.
A gem. Parlami d'amore, Mariù, sung by Giuseppe Di Stefano. He sang that song well, and he had a deep understanding of the message that love may be just an illusion. One of the things they said about Richard Tauber was that he sang too wide a range of songs, and that he was as likely to sing a song by Jerome Kern as he was Mozart. Now, on the other hand, as somebody said of him, Tauber's great desire was to please as many people as possible with his singing, and he certainly pleased the public with Dein ist mein ganzes Herz. You are my heart's delight, and where you are I long to be. You know the one? Now, what's interesting about this recording made in 1929 is that the composer, Franz Lehár, is actually conducting the orchestra of the Berlin State Opera. Here, then, is Richard Tauber to sing Dein ist mein ganzes Herz.
Wenn die nicht küsst, wird es das Herz, wo du nicht bist, kann ich nicht sein. So wie Blumen weg, wenn sie dich küsst, der Sonnenschein. Dein ist mein schönstes Lied, weil es allein auf der Liebe ruht. Sag mir noch einmal, mein einzig Lieb, oh, sag noch einmal mir, ich hab dich geliebt.
Richard Tauber singing Dein ist mein ganzes Herz, with the orchestra conducted there by the composer Franz Lehár. Wasn't it a charmer? I can say without a doubt that he's definitely one of the best interpreters of Franz Lehár's music. Now, where did I first hear the great Tito Gobbi? I'll tell you. It was in the old town hall in Ennistimon. And no, he wasn't there in person. It was in a film called The Glass Mountain. And one of the songs he sang in that film was called La Montanara. It was gorgeous. He was accompanied by accordion and guitar. It was really something else. And my school pals hummed and whistled the tune for years after. I think it's a lovely tune. So now let's listen to Tito Gobbi singing La Montanara.
Lasso sui monti dai rivi d'argento una capanna cosparsa di fiori era la piccola dolce dimora di Soreghino, la figlia del
La Montanara from the film The Glass Mountain, sung there by Tito Gobbi, and that's one of the melodies that haunts my memory. An idea from Buddhist philosophy mightn't seem like a promising source for a popular song, but that's exactly the inspiration for the song Nirvana. The words are by F.E. Weatherly and the music by Stephen Adams. And I have here the front cover of the sheet music. It's a bit tattered and stained, but I can see it cost 2 shillings and is stamped with Stephen Adams' signature, and down at the bottom I can see another stamp for May's Music Store, St. Stephen's Green, Dublin. It's also signed by Tommy O'Brien. Turning it over, the words are printed, and I see the title has a little explanatory note which says, Nirvana, the state of freedom from the ills of existence to which the devout Buddhist aspires. And the opening verse begins, I have come from the silent forest, my beautiful lotus flower, and I stand in thy garden sighing, it is the lover's hour. And then it ends, but we shall be one, beloved, in the stream of life divine. As the river flows to the ocean, my soul shall fly to thine. And guess who's going to sing it? Our great favorite, the American tenor, Richard Crooks.
I have come from the silent forest, my beautiful lotus flower, and I stand in thy garden sighing, it is the lover's hour. Thy sisters, the lotus blossoms, they ope to the moon above. Open thy window, beloved, and let me tell my love. Open thy window, beloved, and let me tell my love. Let me tell my love. I have knelt in the mighty temples, but the dumb gods make no sign. They cannot speak to my spirit as thy soul speaks to mine. And the priests talk of Nirvana and weave their mystic charms. I only know Nirvana within thy loving arms. I only know Nirvana within thy loving arms. Thy loving arms. And the lotus star will perish, the stars turn cold and gray, the dumb gods will be shattered, the temples old decay, but we shall be one, beloved, in the stream of life divine. But we shall be one, beloved, we shall be one in the stream of life divine. As a river flows to the ocean, my soul shall flow to thine. As the river flows to the ocean, my soul shall flow to the
Nirvana by Stephen Adams, sung there by the lovely American tenor Richard Crooks. I fell under the spell of Tito Schipa, the Italian tenor, with the elegant voice and the matchless technique a long time ago, and I've responded to his special vocal appeal ever since. My admiration for that sort of voice is compulsive in a way, because I had a brother with a voice exactly like Schipa's in timbre. I mean that, and I can still hear that veiled quality which was such an attractive characteristic of my brother's voice. But now, back to Tito Schipa. Here's one of the songs sung with Schipa's authentic flavour, which was partly responsible for my addiction. It's called Tu Sonrisa de Cristal.
Quando te vi entrare nel salón, no sé si fue tu rostro angelical o tu divina risa de cristal, lo que me hirió en pleno corazón. Yo solo sé que desde entonces voy vagando por el mundo sin cesar, buscando por doquiera la ilusión de tu sonrisa y el sol de tu mirar. Mas la ilusión esquiva huye de mí y en las tinieblas lloro mi dolor, porque no vivo lejos hay de ti, aunque estás dentro de mi corazón. Sueño besar tus labios con ardor y de tu pecho siento el palpitar. Divino sueño que me da el calor de tu sonrisa y el sol de tu mirar.
Tu Sonrisa de Cristal, otherwise known to us as The Sunshine of Your Smile. It was written by Lillian Ray, and the singer was Tito Schipa. And I can well imagine thunderous applause whenever and wherever he sang that song. Alfredo Kraus is a name familiar to you all. He was the Italian-type tenor from the Canary Islands, whose model was Tito Schipa. And I think you'll agree that in his day, Schipa stood alone among tenors. Alfredo Kraus occupied a similar distinctive position during his performing days. Adjectives like elegant, refined, stylish were most favoured by critics and public in describing his singing. His language was Spanish, and so was his musical culture. Those musical evenings with family and friends round the piano were an essential part of home life, when he learned the popular songs and the zarzuelas of Spain. Those were the occasions when his fondness grew for the traditional songs of his native soil. Here's one called Sombra del Nublo,
The Shadow of Nublo, written by Nestor Alamo. The people of Gran Canaria sing this song with deep emotion and great respect. In fact, it's become a hymn for the island's inhabitants. It's given the full treatment here by Los Sabandeños, with special guest Alfredo Kraus. Sombra del Nublo, the Shadow Song. I was born under your shadow, the words go, and that's where I want to live. You are the soul of my country. That is the most popular version of the song, I'm told. Los Sabandeños, with guest Alfredo Kraus. It was recorded about 2 years ago. The voice full of fire, yet well preserved. Back in the years 1957-58, there was a TV series I loved called Land of Song. And the star of the show was a fine Welsh singer called Ivor Emanuel. And naturally enough, he sang some beautiful Welsh songs throughout the series. He worked for 3 years in the coal pits, but his gift for singing was natural, and as the saying goes, talent will out. It wasn't long before the bright lights of the theatre world beckoned him on, and with a fair amount of encouragement from the international film star Richard Burton, he left the hard life of the Welsh miner behind him. "Get up to London and try your luck," said his friend Burton, and Ivor took that step from the valleys of Wales into another world. His modest role was in the chorus of Oklahoma, and from then on, the Theatre Royal in Drury Lane was to be his home for years. The TV series followed around 1957, and that too lasted for quite a few years. So let's hear him in a song called All Through the Night.
Llamranta'r ser ddywedant ar hyd y nos. Dyma'r ffordd I frog o goniant ar hyd y nos.
All through the night, Ar He the Nos, singing in the finest male tradition. That was Ivor Emanuel with the Ross male voice choir, and it was really stirring and moving stuff. Long, long ago, beyond the mystic space of time, when men came home from the war, they brought with them lovely songs and ballads. Then, in happier moments, usually on pension day, they'd air these songs with deep emotion, and I would listen attentively to my Pied Pipers till the tunes registered indelibly in my memory. The Trumpeter by Dix was a tune I heard many times, and because it was sung by these men, I thought it had 1914-1918 connections, but not so. It was first published in 1904, long before World War I. Its first outing wasn't a great success, but whenever Peter Dawson recorded it, it took off. At that time, John McCormack was in his vocal prime and well established in his second career as a recitalist. Is it any wonder that his recording of the Trumpeter netted him £40,000 for that one record at the time. And you know, that bit of information has to be true, because it came from his father, Andrew McCormack. So now, let's listen to this superb vocal technique as McCormack creates an atmosphere that captures your imagination in this lovely song, The Trumpeter.
Trumpeter, what are you sounding now? Is it the call I'm seeking? You'll know the calls that the trumpeter call when my trumpet goes a-speaking. I'm rousing 'em up, I'm waking 'em up. The tents are astir in the valley, and there's no more sleep with the sun's first peep, for I'm sounding the old Trumpeter, what are you sounding now? Is it the call I'm seeking? Can't mistake the calls that the trumpeter call when my trumpet goes a-speaking. I'm marching 'em on, they're scampering on, there's a drumming of hooves like thunder, there's a maddening shout as the sabres flash out, for I'm sounding the charge. No wonder. Trumpeter, what are you sounding now? Is it the call I'm seeking? Lucky for you if you hear it at all, for my trumpet's but faintly speaking. I'm calling 'em home, come home, come home. Tread light o'er the dead in the valley, who are lying around, face down to the ground, and they can't hear me sound the rally. But they'll hear it again in a grand refrain when Gabriel sounds the last rally. But they'll hear it again in a grand refrain when Gabriel sounds the last rally.
The Trumpeter, sung by John McCormack with definitive ringing tone, a gem of a record.
Now, to end this evening, I'm going to quote you a very interesting article from the Evening Herald of the 12th of May, 1938. This was the headline. Feis Ceoil discovery, Dublin engagement for singer. Frank Ryan, the 35-year-old County Waterford victualler, who has been the find of this year's Feis Ceoil, will fulfil his first engagement in the Theatre Royal on Sunday night. Mr. Green, the adjudicator, a well-known English authority on music, said that Mr. Ryan's voice was the most beautiful tenor he had heard for many a day, and stated that it was as good as, perhaps even better, than John McCormack's in that famous singer's young days in London. Mr. Ryan, the adjudicator added, had a long way to go, but he had a most beautiful voice. Mr. Ryan sings purely for the love of singing, he said. And in an interview with a Herald representative, Frank Ryan said, "If only I knew other songs, I would sing them. I love singing, and I would give anything to be a success as a singer. I never had much of a chance in my hometown of getting any musical training." He is married with 3 children and runs a butcher shop and farm in Tallow, County Waterford. Well, that was the Evening Herald of May 1938. Now, Mr. Ryan did in fact study with Vincent O'Brien, who was John McCormack's teacher, but I would say that there the comparison ends, and I would be so bold as to make another comparison. I would think that Mr. Frank Ryan's voice is the nearest thing to Giovanni Martinelli's that I've ever heard. It's a tremendously powerful voice. But before we hear him, I must tell you of a story I heard about Frank Ryan. He wore little Duke boots, a belted Crombie coat, with music bag strapped to the crossbar of his bicycle, and he cycled from Tallow to the women's jail in Cork, probably sang the Verdi Requiem, and returned home by bike. Now, he must have been some very fit man, and I really can't imagine any of the great tenors of the day carrying out such a feat. So finally, here's Frank Ryan to sing the lovely song "I'll Walk Beside You" by Lochtan Murray.
I'll walk beside you through the world to there, while dreams and the songs and the flowers bless your way. I'll look into your eyes and hold your hand. I'll walk beside you through the golden land. I'll walk beside you through the world tonight, beneath my starry skies ablaze with light, and in your heart love's tender one I'll hide. I'll walk beside you through the I'll walk beside you through a passing year, through days of cloud and sunshine, joy